Have you ever caught yourself winning an argument that never happened? Imagining yourself becoming incredibly successful, getting rejected, being admired by everyone, or replaying the same conversation over and over in your head. You create entire movies in your mind, complete with dialogues, emotions, and dramatic endings. Then suddenly, you realize you've been staring at the wall for 10 minutes. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not crazy. In fact, millions of people experience this. But if these imaginary scenarios start replacing real life, your brain may be trapped in a dangerous habit. Today, let's understand why we become addicted to fake scenarios, and more importantly, how to break free. Your brain doesn't clearly distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. Brain imaging studies have shown that imagining an event activates many of the same brain regions involved in actually experiencing it. That's why imagining yourself giving an amazing speech can make your heart race, and imagining an embarrassing moment can make you cringe even though nothing is happening. Every fantasy gives your brain a small emotional reward. Whether it's becoming rich, getting revenge, finding true love, or imagining the perfect future, your brain releases a tiny dose of dopamine, the chemical linked to motivation and anticipation. The problem is that dopamine doesn't care whether the reward is real or imaginary. Over time, your brain learns that daydreaming is an easy shortcut to feeling good. And just like scrolling social media, it becomes a habit. But here's where it becomes dangerous. The more satisfaction your brain gets from imaginary success, the less motivated it becomes to chase real success. Why spend hours studying when your mind can already imagine getting first place? Why start a difficult business when you can picture yourself as a millionaire without lifting a finger? Psychologists call this maladaptive daydreaming, when excessive fantasy begins interfering with daily life. It's not officially classified as a mental disorder on its own, but research suggests it can be associated with stress, loneliness, anxiety, or trauma in some people. The key point is that occasional daydreaming is completely normal. It only becomes a problem when it starts replacing real action. There's another reason your brain keeps creating fake scenarios. It's trying to predict the future and protect you from uncertainty. This is why many people constantly imagine worst-case situations before exams, interviews, or social events. Your brain believes that rehearsing every possible outcome will keep you safe. Ironically, this often increases anxiety instead of reducing it. Instead of preparing you for reality, it traps you inside endless mental simulations. So how do you break this cycle? The first technique is called name it to tame it. The moment you catch yourself drifting into another fake scenario, don't judge yourself. Simply say, I'm imagining again. Giving the habit a name activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-control, and weakens the emotional grip of the fantasy. Awareness is the first step to changing any habit. The second technique is the 5-second action rule. Whenever you notice yourself imagining doing something, count backward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and immediately take one tiny real action. If you're imagining getting fit, do 5 push-ups. If you're imagining becoming a successful student, open your textbook for just 2 minutes. If you're imagining sending someone a message, actually type it. Real action rewires your brain far more than imaginary success ever will. Finally, train your attention by grounding yourself in the present. Look around and notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 sounds you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This simple exercise pulls your brain out of fantasy mode and reconnects it with reality. The more often you return to the present, the weaker the habit of escaping into imaginary worlds becomes. So remember this. Your imagination is one of the greatest gifts your brain possesses. It's the reason humans invent, create, and dream. But imagination should be a blueprint, not a hiding place. The future isn't built by the version of you that only exists inside your head. It's built by the version of you that takes action today. The next time you catch yourself living inside a fake scenario, ask yourself one simple question. Am I escaping reality or preparing to change it? Because the life you keep imagining will only become real when you finally step out of your mind and into the real world.